Hello, and welcome to our Wellness Ambassadors at Work interview series, hosted by myself, Lisa Kelly, of Kelly Wellness Consulting, Inc., and founder of the Workplace Wellness Ambassador Certification Programs. In this series, we interview our KWC Certified Workplace Wellness Ambassadors, along with other industry guests from across the globe, to learn about their perspectives and achievements in creating healthy, thriving organizations. We hope our series will inspire you, our viewer, to do your part in cultivating cultures of health and well-being at your own workplace, or maybe with other organizations that you may work with as an independent coach or consultant. I'm honored today to be joined by Karen Harris, one of our recently certified Workplace Wellness Master Ambassadors. So welcome, Karen, to our Wellness Ambassadors at Work interview series.
Thank you, Lisa.
How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you.
Good. So Karen, we're just going to jump right into things here today. And I'd like to open up our interview by having you perhaps share on some highlights of your wellness coaching background and what your goals and aspirations may be for workplace wellness consulting as one of our recently certified Master Ambassadors.
Sure, happy to. Well, first of all, Lisa, I sort of got into health coaching and later in life, but I've spent a number of years in the corporate world in various leadership roles, and I have a real passion around health and wellness and for myself, and I decided, as I moved along in my career that I wanted to learn more about that and share it with others. So a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, I went to IIN, that's Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I graduated as a certified health coach.
Right.
And with the idea that I was going to do, individual coaching, group coaching, and that kind of thing, which I do and have done. But again, I learned more about your program and about the interest in companies in expanding and developing and implementing workplace wellness. And I thought, that's a great transition, again, because I've been in a corporate world, to take those skills and transition health and wellness into an organization. And actually, you can reach more people that way.
Right. Yes, excellent point. Very good point. And you can, and you can reach the masses and bring your skill sets and expertise to quite a larger audience. And in turn, as you well know, potentially pick up other clients for private health coaching through your exposure to different workplaces, right?
Exactly.
And so
on individually, you might do individual coaching.
Exactly. Yeah. So how do you feel perhaps our Master Ambassador programs help support your skill development as both a health coach and as a workplace wellness professional to provide coaching and consulting to employers and also to your private health coaching clients?
Well, I think it expanded on you can go to school and learn a lot, but there's always more to learn. So I think it expanded on my knowledge of not only health coaching, but the different aspects of workplace wellness. It's not just about healthy eating, which, there's so much more to it. Stress-related things, safety things, all of those things kind of roll in together on a workplace wellness program. So that knowledge, which I'm just, learning still, has really expanded what I know and what I think I can be able to offer.
Right. And then as well, as you know, of course, being in the program, you get quite an extensive array of resources and supports and done for you implementable programs that, again, a lot of them you can brand yourself as a coach and consultant. And so, how do you feel having those resources, like you have an ongoing growing database of campaigns and lunch and learns and other resources? And, what would you say about what you envision that doing for you as a consultant in terms of saving time, cost savings to you and the employer, and all that resources to draw from?
Well, I can't say anything other than amazing, because the resources, there are so many resources available. Almost, it's like it's like having a toy chest. You're not sure what to get first. So from things like I can develop my own rack cards and customize those, to programs that, like you say, I can bring with some minimal customization and branding to my own clients. So, I mean, it is a huge boon to have that kind of thing and not have to build it, yourself and start from scratch.
And I should say for our viewers, our master campaigns and our future lunch and learns in our new level 1 program, they are all co-created by our master ambassadors. And, just for a second there, if you want to speak to Karen, you were, I believe, a co-leader with a named project leader in the development in your group project as a master ambassador. And what can you speak to your experience as a co-leader? Because I know you did an amazing job, and I still remember back on your presentation and your group's presentation, which is part of our program. At the end of the second half of the master program, our ambassadors deliver their campaign back to the group at large and are assessed by invited industry workplace wellness guests from across the globe. And we have some pretty high profile guests that we bring in to give you feedback on your presentations. So what skills did you feel you developed and can bring to employers from your experience as a co-leader in the Master Ambassador Campaign project?
Well, I think one of the biggest skills that I got from that I hadn't really done before was working remotely with other people to pull together a program, which, can be a little challenging because it's not like you're physically in the same room. You have to. I also learned, to work with some great technology tools that I hadn't used before. So I think, but I still think the biggest was probably bringing together a group of people to some consensus in a remote sort of style through online meetings and, sharing of information. So.
Right. And as I say, the world is your oyster with virtual technology. And so for yourselves as master ambassadors, you can literally now work with employers and clients around the globe now that you know how to use the virtual technology platforms like the Zoom and Basecamp and Rizuku, an e-learning platform. And you're right, that the leadership that comes through and the self-leadership that comes through, not just from yourselves as project leader and co-leaders, but the self-management and self-awareness and self-leadership that develops from those group projects. I've done several of these programs now, and I'm still just totally in awe of what happens and how it all comes together in the end.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And I know, it's a very intensive program, as you know, and we've extended the timeline of the program to allow a little more time in that. But the teamwork that comes together, I think you'll agree, right? And you're all people that you didn't know each other.
No.
And part of this program is to really assimilate what happens in the real world. So as master ambassadors, as coordinators, consultants, leaders of wellness committees, you now have skill sets from this program, right? I think you would agree, maybe.
Absolutely.
That then you can take and lead committees and do it virtually if that's, of suits that works for you and your employer, and that's who you connect with to support. Or let's just say, maybe you can maybe speak to this in a second, if you have a remote offices and you're trying to bring team cohesion and culture building throughout an organization. And that's one thing we really stress a lot, as you know, right, in our program, is really building cohesive teams, building a strong culture, a culture of well-being, a culture of health, but a very productive culture, very team-oriented culture. And they're all embedded, and we speak to that and coach a lot of that in our program. And I think that's really a differentiator in our program and what makes us strong as ambassadors. Anything else you want to, haven't said that myself, is there anything else you want to add to that?
Well, I think that, from the very beginning in the program, as you learn to kind of collaborate, as you're sharing through these tools that you talk about with each other, you're posting comments and other people are posting about your comments or asking questions. So it gets that flow, that collaboration flow and sharing started from the very beginning. And then once you implement the tools, that's just, an add-on, and that just makes it just a nice smooth transition because you're able to see one another and that kind of thing.
Right. And just for our viewers as well, like our program involves an e-learning platform as well as the webinars and the virtual technology, and all of which really brings a great skill set to you guys through all that. And as you said, the collaborative nature of the program. So we really try and model through the program, because it's a very applied experiential learning program, not theory-based. We do have theory, but it's very minimal, as you know, part of the program, right? And it's really about those applied skills, because when you leave our program, you can hit the ground running, right? I think with a program, I believe from what I've heard.
It's more real life, real life, like you said, as opposed to just theory.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And so anything else that comes to mind now that you'd like to share with our audience about your experience in the program, what you can bring to employers as a master ambassador, and where you see yourself going from here?
Well, I think that, again, what I've, some of to touch on again, the things I've really expanded my knowledge around were the technology tools and learning a different way of kind of collaborating. So I think with the skills that I bring from my multi-year career in leadership can be easily transferred into workplace wellness. And I think I had mentioned to you, Lisa, that, my hope is at some point I may, retire to a beach location or something, and I can do some of this anywhere. So I'm really excited about that opportunity.
And you're absolutely right. And thank you for bringing that up, because that is another strength of our program, is that, as I said, the world is your oyster and you can travel and go wherever. And we're really bringing to the forefront now through our technology and our program that, you don't have to necessarily be on a site to be working with the company to bring workplace wellness to their organization, to help them shape and grow their wellness program, to help them shape and grow and become a stronger, more vibrant, thriving, healthy, well organization, right? And if anything, because we are so technology based today in the industry, I think it's just a really nice complement to workplace wellness and to support, your ability to serve employers across the globe, and employers to then be able to avail of, our services as master ambassadors. And some of our ambassadors work, in their own organizations as leaders and coordinators and consultants. And some, like yourself, will probably be working as independent consultants and coaches. And as well, just as a little sneak peek, we have a focus in healthy eating program that you'll be part of. And that's an offshoot of our master program. And so health coaches will get to bring that focus in healthy eating program to employers and their employees through virtual or on-site means. And we're just starting that training process now. And Karen, you'll be involved in that.
Very excited about that, since
healthy
eating is one of my passions. So
it is. And, as we talk about in our program, I mean, the nutrition, the physical wellness is just one dimension, right? There's, 5 or 6 or 7, depending on which model, different wellness dimensions that we bring. And through our campaigns, they're very multidimensional. One works with, bringing seniors and employees together under corporate social responsibility, and others talk about stress management, and others are about bringing healthy eating to the workplace. And so you have quite a varied, base of skill sets and tools and campaigns to bring to employers that are already done for them. So they don't have to spend that extra money and time. You can hit the ground running, as I say, with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And any final comments or parting thoughts before we end our interview?
I just have been very happy in the program. I love all the learnings, and I'm just looking forward to being able to take it and use it myself.
Yeah. And just one other final comment that I forgot to mention too, and maybe you can just quickly speak to this. We have another minute left. So, any final thoughts on how our post-program group support, such as our Facebook's private group and our mastermind sessions, of which our master ambassadors get anywhere from 2 to 3 mastermind sessions, depending on which program they sign up for. And how has that post-program support helped further your confidence and your strength and your skill sets as a master ambassador?
Well, I think unlike a lot of other programs where you kind of do the program and it's over, this allows you to continue. It's sort of like CEUs. It's kind of ongoing learning, right? So through all sorts of different means. The other thing is I've been able to connect with some of the other masters in the program. And so I feel like there's a whole support system there from you as well as the other masters and all the information that's available. It's great.
And that brings another point up that I want to share with our viewers and that you well know, is that a number of our ambassadors have already started to collaborate and virtually or on site co-deliver programs. And that's really exciting because, you can share and build off each other's experiences.
Right.
And much like you did, when you were sharing the co-leadership role in the campaign with our other project leader. So thank you, Karen. And I really appreciate, your participating in our interview today in our series. It's really been an honor and a delight to work with you and all the other Master Ambassadors over the past year and few years. And I really want to thank our viewers as well for joining us today. So if you're interested in learning more about our Workplace Wellness Ambassador certification programs, please visit us at kellywc.com or certainly email at info@kellywc.com. Also, be sure to watch additional interviews from our Ambassador series on our Kelly Wellness Consulting YouTube channel. Till we meet again, stay healthy, stay well, and as always, live your best life. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye.